What's up, everybody, and welcome to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. We are your nightcap of comedy. We give you what you need if you're driving home from work or if you're hitting that third shift, we'll help you get through it like a good cup of coffee. I am your MC today. That's funny for me to say MC. I'm your host today, Mr. James Yan. I'm joined in virtual studio with some very funny comedians in the place to be. First off, let's start with the man who helped start all this hilarity over 8 years ago. I'm talking about Miguel Colon. Don't forget the junior because he knows who his daddy is. What's going on, Miguel?
Nothing, man. I went and got my blood work today, and as I was doing it, I was just looking at the nurses like, yeah, I know. Nothing's got better. You know? I know. They're like, we're just gonna run it back up every 4 months, every something. Like, we're gonna see how things are going. I'm like, I fake it too. Like 3 days before I do my blood work, I'm like 0 carbs, 0 sugar. I'm like, come on,
3 days.
come on, just lie to them, you know?
Hilarious,
your
brother.
your blood work probably comes back Skittles.
Bro, my blood work came back. It was coming out dripping thick. They're like, what's wrong with it? I'm like, no, nothing, man. That's good. I got that thick blood.
All right, people. We got two other voices you hear right now. First, we're going to introduce the other co-host. My man has 1,000 names, but we know him as Ken Miller, the godfather of Orlando comedy. But today he is silent. What's going on, brother?
Man, dog. Hey, man, I was drinking. And
Yes,
if I
you were.
said anything crazy, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
you were. We'll talk about that later on in the show. Yes, Ken Miller was drinking. He turned from Ken to Sin Miller. Yes, that is correct, sir. Yes.
I texted him, you get home safe. He called me gay.
Checking on me. Who checks on me?
This the dude who notoriously checks on everybody. He's always like, hey, B, let me know when you got home safe. And we never do it. I said, hey, you and Sean get home safe? He go, you gay.
Yeah.
And by the way, that was the appropriate response. From him.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
And that
100%.
other voice we're so excited to have with us, man. You know this guy. He's a comedy veteran. I am not joking when I say this. You guys have seen him on TV. He's been on numerous things. I loved him on Chelsea lately, man. He now is on tour with his own son. We're going to talk about that. Y'all give it up for the one, the only, Josh Wolfe. Come on, man. Yes. Yes.
What's going on, guys?
What's
Josh,
up, brother?
First off, fan, man, I am a fan of yours, man. You are very hilarious. We've always enjoyed you. But my first question I have to ask you, my friend, what is it like being an urban comedian today?
I'm so glad you asked me that. I don't get to answer that very often.
You're welcome, Josh.
Yeah.
I get you. I get you, brother. I do.
I mean, the struggle is real, you know.
Talk about it, man. No, I love you, brother. Thank you so
Can I
much
tell
for
you
being
something?
here.
I've always said, man, my shows, first of all, right now, my shows, anybody who wants to have sex with a 40-year-old white woman should come to one of my shows.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. The Chrysler Pacificas roll up and they just, you know what I mean? Like, there's.
It's Matt Rife's audience's moms.
That's right. That's right. Their moms drop the kids off at Rife's show and then they come over to my show. Yeah. That's right.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God,
man,
brother.
I'll tell you something. Being a comic now is. I know a lot of people wonder about cancel culture and all this stuff. I just don't find it to be real.
Okay.
I don't find it to be real. I don't find it to be real because of this. Think of anybody who's been canceled for something they said, not something they did like rape or anything like that, but something they said. They're bigger than they were before the cancel.
You're right.
Because
you're right.
The outrage is falling on deaf ears now. It's just in an echo chamber. But for the rest of us, here's my theory on jokes. And you guys tell me if I'm wrong. But I think it's weird that we pick and choose who we're allowed to make fun of. That feels real weird.
Ooh.
That you're saying, oh, it's okay to make fun of this person, but it's not. My thing is, look, either you laugh at nobody or you laugh at everybody, but you don't get to pick and choose. You don't get to say, I don't like Mexican jokes because I'm Mexican, but look at that fat dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No offense, Miguel, to either one of them. But
I feel like both jokes were pointed towards me. I was like, I won and I lost in one shot, Josh. This is why no one likes you Jews right now, Josh. This is why, okay?
I love you. So good.
But you know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Yeah.
You don't get to do that.
No, we've been at shows where we'll do a show, all of us will perform, and we all have different takes and different point of views in life. And there's a woman who'll stand up like, I don't like the fact that you made fun of women. And Miguel will be like, but all the black jokes are fine? Yes.
Hey,
Josh, we had
Josh,
that.
that really happened at one
Yes.
of our shows. This lady walked out, was like, I didn't like the women jokes. And Miguel was like, but all the black jokes, you were okay with those. And she was like, oh.
Yeah, those are fine.
Last night I did a show. I have a residency in Vegas every Monday night, right?
Yes, you do.
Let's go,
Congratulations, by the way, sir. Very
Thank
nice,
you.
man.
And it's me and Lunell on the same night. She goes right after.
Woo.
That's dope.
Woo.
Yeah, it's a great night. It's a great night. But I tell a joke where I use the word retarded. She'd been laughing hysterically up until I used had nothing to do with the joke.
Yeah.
And look, man, that word in particular is baffling to me. Not because I'm retarded, but because the word itself is a legitimate word. Now,
it's a real word.
Right? If I call somebody a retard and you get upset, I at least understand where you're coming from because it has a negative connotation.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I'm making the fact that you're retarded be negative. If I use the word retarded, he's retarded. That is just saying a fact. This is a mentally retarded person.
Yes.
Right. And it was like a scientific term
up until
some time or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know,
like
you know what I'm saying? I mean,
someone
I'm not trying to be facetious.
No.
But it was like a scientific term until one day, and it wasn't even announced. We didn't get like a text. Yo, no more using this word.
Yeah. Well, listen, here's the thing also. It's the best example of being offended is a choice.
Yes.
Because 10 years ago, nobody was offended by it but then somebody said, hey, you're supposed to be offended by it. So we were all like, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Like, I didn't know. Okay. I got it.
Look, there are some things that obviously lines you don't cross. Yeah. But everybody deserves to be made fun of. It's how you don't separate people. It's how you keep us together.
Yes, because if you want to be equal as a group and you feel marginalized, then you need to get the same treatment, which is you're allowed to be made fun of. It would be me treating you wrongly if I didn't make fun of you also. So I don't get that whole way of thinking as well. Like, I don't understand it.
And you can't say, oh, because you're white, you can't make fun of black people. That's not it. But I'm white, I can make fun of fat people. That's not it. Like, you again, Miguel.
Chill out, Josh. Chill out, bro. Chill out. Okay? Chill out.
But you know what I mean? Like,
yes, absolutely.
And comedy is about intent. We're all grown-ups. You can watch somebody on stage and be like, "Oh, that dude's just racist."
Yes. Okay.
Or you can be like, "That joke's not funny, but I know they were trying to be funny."
Yes, absolutely.
Look, as a Jew, I've heard it. Can I tell you what happened to me in South Carolina?
Oh God, that's the best place for Jews. Go ahead.
I was I was in the meet and greet, and you know when you're in a meet and greet, you can see people coming, and you're like, "Oh, that's gonna be a problem."
Yep. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Sir. Yes,
you
sir.
can see them coming. They're planning something, or something's going down. So I see these three dudes coming, and all I can tell you about these three dudes is America. You know what I'm talking about. Okay,
yeah.
So one of the dudes comes up to me, and his two friends were behind him, and he's looking behind him, kind of laughing. And I'm like, oh, here it comes.
Yep.
And the guy goes, hey, it was a great show. I said, thanks. He goes, I generally don't think you people are that funny. And I go, you people? And he laughs, and he looks at his friends. He goes, kites. And I go,
oh!
He said it with a T, kite.
So he's retarded.
I said to him, I go, wait, what was the word? He goes, kite, And I could have corrected him, but I was like,
no.
I'm super happy that this dude thinks that he should be calling us kites. First of all, Jews don't fly kites.
No.
Josh, who's ever said, you know what group of people aren't known for being funny? those Jews. Right, Mel Brooks? Lame. I thought you blacks would be shorter. I'm really misguided on my stereotypes.
Yeah, he just wanted to say kite.
He
But he got it
did.
wrong anyway.
He did.
Yeah.
The two behind him are like, "Oh my God, you said it. You
Yeah.
did it. Yeah."
And
will-
the crazy
man,
thing
just
about
like they
that though,
said-
Josh, he was thinking about that the whole show.
Yes,
Like
he
he
was.
was every time somebody comes up to us to say something stupid at the end of the show, they've been sitting there brewing on that
The whole
show.
The whole time, man. But I want to remind everybody though, this weekend at the Orlando Funny Bone, you've got to come see this man. He is this hilarious just in an interview. Imagine what he's going to do on stage, man. Y'all got to go check him out. You go to thefunnybone.com and get your tickets right now. This weekend,
September 6th and 7th, Josh Wolfe High on Life tour.
Yeah,
Now
and I want to
listen,
talk
Just
about.
so you know,
Go ahead.
every
it.
Friday night late show, no matter where I am in the country, I take 3 grams of mushrooms before the show and I go on
Oh my
stage.
God.
It's bananas. It's bananas.
After every joke, he's looking over at the dragon next to him. That was good, wasn't it?
Can I tell you something? There was in the clips online. I was in Austin and I had my guitar.
Yep.
And I'm on the stool, and I'm like, I wonder what song I should play. And I go, hey Jacob, what song? And he wasn't on stage.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But it was embarrassing. But that's what the shows are. They're fun, man. They're a lot of fun.
Amazing. And I want to talk about this real quick before you go, because me and Ken are actual fathers, and Miguel has been called Zaddy once. So I want to talk to you about the
You
fact
pay them, they say whatever. Those Thai boys are great.
I want to talk about the fact that you actually have a very special opener, and I love this as a dad. Can you tell us who your opener is? Who always travels with you now, man, doing comedy?
My son Jacob opens for me.
Nice.
If you follow my comedy, he's who I've been making fun of for the last decade.
Amen.
And so he comes on, he tells a couple funny stories about me. I do my set, so I do like 60 minutes. Then we do a Q&A. Then I end with songs, and we're done. But it is a fire show. It really is, and it's different than anything you've ever seen. Yes. Not just because our stand-up is different, but our chemistry later in the show is...
Because who knows you better than him, man?
That's right. That's right.
No one knows you better than that dude, man. And I got to give it up to you, because as a father, I've been trying to figure out how I can make money off my kids. You have found a way to do that, brother. So God bless you.
He calls himself the indirect breadwinner of the family.
Really?
He was like, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have made any money. And I'm like, maybe.
Maybe. Hey, Josh, real quick, we got like a minute or two left. You got a residency in Vegas every Monday. Do you do a different show? How does that work?
Yeah. You mean different than the show on the road?
Yeah.
Yes.
My hour is different no matter if you came to all the shows in Orlando, it's not 4 complete separate hours of material, but they're different.
It's organic. It moves. It breathes. It changes. Absolutely.
Some shows I'll do 30 minutes on guitar. Some shows I'll do 10. Some shows I'll do 1 song. Some shows the Q&A for Jacob and I is a lot longer. Some shows I bring people on stage with me and improv with the crowd. People who come to see me count on that. So I have people come to multiple shows.
Absolutely. And that's what makes it interesting to be able to go back and repeat seeing a guy that you actually like, man. Yeah. It's going to be different. I love that, man.
Yeah. It's when I come back to a city, I'm coming back with at least 45 minutes of new material.
Damn.
At least. It's usually a full hour, but at least.
Very nice, man. I remind everybody one more time, he will be at this weekend at the Funny Bone Orlando, the 6th and the 7th. Y'all got to go see Josh Wolfe and his son Jacob performing. You guys are never going to see something like this ever again. It's going to be special. Thank you so much for being here with us, brother. We appreciate you.
Guys, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
I hope we see you guys out there.
You'll see me. I'm coming out Friday.
Oh, I'm
coming Friday night.
I'm coming Saturday night. Yeah.
Okay, are you coming to the Friday Late Show?
I'm coming to the late show, bro. I'm coming to the late show.
Yes, that Friday Late Show. That's the one to come to.
Yeah. Hey, brother, I'm gonna miss you. It's my wife's birthday this weekend, so I'm gonna be out getting my birthday hang on. So, but man, have some good shows, brother. We do truly appreciate you coming through, my friend.
Listen, I
Thank you.
appreciate you guys having me. Thank you so much. I'll see you two guys this weekend. Lack of commitment.
Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with more
See you
hilarity
later.
on Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Labs on Real Radio 104.1. I am your host tonight, Mr. James John. I'm joined in virtual studio with Miguel Colon Jr. and Mr. Ken Miller, but today he is silence. That's right.
Yeah, bro. I need
What?
silence for this headache.
Oh, bro. Go ahead,
First
kid.
of all,
Talk to
I gotta
everybody.
tell y'all, man, if you did not come to Florida's Funniest,
Amen.
you missed an amazing show Thursday, bro.
Yes.
It was a really good show from beginning to end. Shout out to everybody who advanced. And I posted it on Facebook, and I really truly mean this. When we get together, Orlando, I don't even know if there's a city that really hangs like we do. Like we really actually enjoy hanging with each other. And like I've said in my post, there is some people who don't like you, that don't like me, that we don't, that's anywhere you go.
F
But
them.
for the most part, we actually all genuinely like being around each other.
We do.
And everybody, people were out, comedians that went in the competition. Brody Love showed up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I say
Kermit
Brody
Gonzalez
showed up.
was
I
there.
haven't seen Brody in years.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like Common showed up, man. So we had a good time. Mike Hurley, he closed. But man.
Hey, Ken, Mike Hurley, he closed. All he was trying to do was get his closing joke out so he could sell his fire wallets.
Yeah.
And Ken, drunk ass, got up on stage. Mike even made a comment. He said, "Hey, Ken, you gonna let me sell these wallets?" And Ken was like, "Ah."
Oh my god.
Yeah, we had a good time, man. And
shout out the winners real quick, Kim.
Yeah, we shout out to Loose Cannon, Absar Siddiqui, who just crushed. To me, best set of the night.
I agree.
And I'm best set of Preston, Cannon, our second best set, and then and Mr. 47 Kevin as well. So they all advanced. And right now we're trying our best to have the semifinals back in Orlando.
Gotcha.
Because it was just that good. It was that
great.
Good.
I mean, it was packed.
Show, man.
It was packed. It was
back row had
packed.
people in it.
Yeah, man. It was really nice.
Hey, I gotta tell you, man, I've become a big fan of Preston.
Yeah.
Young man's really good. 47 Kevin, man. Kevin always doing good, man. Absar's good. I was really happy with seeing who advanced because I liked all their sets. But there was some fire that didn't make it, and I get it. They didn't make it. They didn't advance because it was just that good.
That's how
but
good
let
the
me tell you
competition
guys,
was.
what's the name of the clown? What's the name of the actual
Mr. Pickles?
Let me tell you guys, I walked into the green room, right? Because that's my house. First of all, you know how it is. Other than when a big celebrity, when Josh Wolfe is there, guys, I'm going to knock on the door out of respect.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody else that ain't a big headliner, when you in there, that's my house. I mean, you know,
it's your house.
So I walked in the back. I didn't know half these young comics, but good for them. They was all there. But I walked in the green room, and I saw a goddamn clown in full makeup. And I said, well, comedy's over. Right? Like, that was exactly what I said.
You did say that.
I walked in, I said, comedy's over. There's a goddamn clown here. I was like, I felt like telling him, get up. We don't have no clowns in my house. That was before I saw his set, guys.
Bro.
After I saw his set, I was kicking people out of the green room. I said, when the goddamn clown walks in, you get up. You show respect. You show respect. My man said, I found out my wife was a swinger. I didn't catch her having sex with another guy. No, she hung herself.
Bro.
I said fire. I said fire.
He was one of those comics that are for a select audience who love dark comedy. Yeah. It was dark comedy done at its best.
I mean, we needs to get on a flight to Austin and go sign up for Kill Tony. There is no way they're not going to put the clown in full makeup on. Bro. I know they pull from the bucket, but there is no way a goddamn 50-year-old clown in full makeup is going to say, I want to do comedy. And they're going to be like, this isn't going to be good for the show.
And it's funny because his humor is so dark. And do you know what really helped his dark humor? And I hate to say this, I'm not trying to offend anybody out there. British accent.
Oh my God, yeah.
British accent makes
because it's smarter. I'm like, he's a genius listening to his accent. Like, seriously, if a homeless British dude told me something and a dude in a business suit, I'd be like, you shut up when this British homeless man's talking.
Hey, and the crazy thing is that wasn't the best set he's ever done.
That's what I heard.
What?
I've seen, yeah, yeah. When we were going, when y'all came back there, we were talking about the judges. That was probably one of the worst sets I ever seen him do, and it was still good.
It was still good. Yeah.
It was
Wow.
great. It
That
was
clown
great.
was great.
Yeah.
It was great, bro.
Changed my whole vibe on everything. I said, clown, get out of my house. I saw his set and I was like, baby, come on in, sit down.
Bro, I don't know
You
who
hungry?
books. I don't know who books the comedy in Orlando called After Dark. They need to book that dude because it's
Vinny D.
Vinny. Look
Sir
the
Winston
clown up.
Pickles, is that his name?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, he's that funny, bro.
If y'all don't get that clown on the stage, because I don't see you put a bunch of clowns on stage and never a real clown, just some clown ass mothers. You know? So put the real clown on stage, guys.
Oh, okay, I got to shout out this one comedian because she had a joke that went like
Liar.
this.
No.
She said, "I'm from Australia, so no, where was she from? Finland. I'm from Finland, and
A
I
whole
learned."
different side of the clown.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been drinking. I've been drinking. Hold on. So she's from Finland, and she said, "Look, I learned English by watching TV. Like I learned about a rooster by watching kid shows." She goes, I didn't know what kind of noise pigs made until I started watching American TV, and I thought." They tell me that pigs go oink oink, but I thought pigs said, "Get on the ground and drop your weapon, you black mother."
Yeah.
I murdered her joke, but bro, she said I had never heard that before. I died laughing, man.
Yeah,
I forget her name too.
It was.
She was the first comic up.
Yeah,
Ina?
that was
Ina, two eyes.
Ina. I had to ask her like 40 times how to say her
Bro.
name.
That was hilarious, man. She had me dying with that one. I thought.
Hey, I was having my drink. I said, your name's Ina? She goes, it's Ina. I said, don't correct him, man. So hush up, young lady.
Yeah.
Hush up, young lady. You in my house. Mr. Pickles, Sir Winston, get over here. Come here, we're talking comedy.
So
get your clown ass here.
We can't talk about Florida's funniest competition without talking about the fact that, shout out to Mike Hurley, who won last year. We can't not mention the fact that you also won as well, Ken. And like you've been through this so many times, you got to host like all the different iterations of the show each year. Who have you noticed has won the most? Because the young lady who puts it on, named Renee Hart, told me, "Look, James, we got to bring the finals back to Orlando." And I was like, "Why?" Because all the past 4 or 5 winners have been Orlando.
It is. I do.
Yeah.
Let me go to the Facebook page because I want to say that she's right. Orlando owns that. But Orlando owns it because we are the best comedy scene in Florida.
You're right.
And I got 3 reasons why, and I mean this. Reason 1, there is no other scene in Orlando that has so many mics, paid rooms, and local opportunities.
And clubs.
Comics in Orlando are on the radio. Comics in Orlando are on the news. I'm talking about just us, but comics in Orlando, you see them everywhere, though. You really do. Yeah. Orlando comedians are part of the culture, man. Like South Florida, Brittany Brave is one of the people that you see everywhere. She's killing it. And there's some other, but in Orlando, the Monsters in the Mornings have always showed love to comics. Tom and Dan have always showed love to comics. 102 Jams has always showed love to comics. Fox 35 has showed love to comics. True. Our scene is nurtured by the other arts. Like our scene.
I never thought of that. Yeah, you're right.
Second reason why Orlando comedy is dope is we got. I mean, I don't know why. Maybe this is cart before the horse. I don't know which one explains what, but some heat. Talent has come out of the city, and the talent that's come out of his city has come back to the city, drops in at the other bar. I don't know how the scenes go everywhere else, but I know that Orlando is one of the few places where, a guy like Tom Rhodes will be in town, swing by, he'll drop by. Preacher will stop by. Cam Patterson will stop by. Cam Bertrand's blowing up there. And I know he's a Tampa boy, but he'll come to Orlando. That's the thing. Comics in Orlando come back to Orlando to do stuff, and it's great. And I think that the third reason, man, is we're such a transient place. Some of our best comics, they did come from somewhere else and learn their skill here. So we have so many people that come from other places than Orlando, and they practice their comedy skills here, and they have cultural ideas from all over the world. They have, they grew up in other places, and I really think that helps make the vibe in Orlando so dope, because it's not 30 comics talking about growing up in the same neighborhood. It's
No.
different comics everywhere, and we got more men than other cities.
Yeah, wow. And you know what? I'm gonna agree with you. Not the last part. I'm gonna agree with you about
Hey,
what you
James.
said.
There you
Yeah,
are, Michelle. What do you
So,
think?
bro.
all right, so
Woof.
real quick. So this is year 10.
Yeah.
So year 1, Eric Myers won it, and everybody kept claiming him in South Florida, but Eric Myers is
That's
Orlando.
Orlando. Yes.
Year 2, Orlando Labia won, South Florida.
But no,
Then
his name is Orlando, though.
his
So
name is
Boom.
Orlando. So right.
Boom. That counts, dog.
And
That
then
counts.
I won JB, Preacher, Alex Yu, Cam Bertrand, Dono, and Mike. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 9 comics are Orlando.
Come
And
on,
the other
brother.
3 comics don't come from the same place. It's
Yeah.
not like 6 of the 9 come from Orlando, and then everybody else comes. I think 2 from Tampa and 1 from
2
South
from Tampa,
Florida.
1 from South Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. See, in
And
Tampa,
JB's a
they live
toss
next
up because
door.
JB was in Orlando a lot.
Yeah. Hey, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
So
JB's a toss
but,
up, man.
yeah, but we had a blast, man. The end of the night was the best because I got a text from Miguel asking me if I got home, and I called him a GAN.
I said,
Hey,
sorry. I said, sorry, I accidentally dialed you. You get home, say, ill, you gay.
hey, and then
It was 9:30 at night.
and then I call him because
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that he called me,
You
and
are
he sends
so
me the
funny,
voicemail. So I hit the group chat like, "Yo, man, my bad, dog, I missed your call." He was like, "Yeah, you text me," and I went to look like, "Oh."
Yeah. And then here's the best part. He was Ken was drunk at 9:30 at no, he was home at 9:30 at night.
No, he was drunk at 8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We left there, and I told James the same thing though. We left there at like 9 o'clock. I'm not used to that because the show is at 6. I'm getting home. Hey, I was leaving. I was like, yeah, man, I wonder if anything's open. And I'm like, damn, Publix is open. Like everything's open, you know. The bank is open, you know.
The bank. Bro, it was mad, but I like it. Okay.
It was
This is
good.
how I know I'm getting old when I'm out of a show at a proper time. When it's not midnight, and I'm like, oh my God, I can get home and watch something. This is amazing. I love getting home a little early now, man. So that's my oldness coming out of me. But yeah, it was a good time had by all. Shout out to Krista and Miles, man, at the Orlando Funny Bone. They run a great ship, and it was a good comedy competition. Here's the thing about comedy competitions. You always say, or you always think there's gonna be some drama. But I think, knock on wood, it was a drama-free competition.
I would say this.
Yeah.
I would just say everybody's sets were so good.
Yeah.
It was, and I think the top choices were reasonable to anybody who watched the whole show.
Amen.
But I think everybody's sets were so good. It was such a good vibe that if anybody felt bad they didn't make it, they didn't feel bad that somebody else did. You know what I'm saying? They weren't like, oh, that dude.
Person.
Yeah, they were like, okay. It was
Yeah.
it was that Olympic stuff where you were just dealing with the best. And I think out of these young kids, here's the thing: a lot of working comics don't do like Florida's Funny and stuff anymore because you can't make all the dates. You got to work,
Yeah.
So it's a really big thing, especially for younger comics, like a lot of people who feature who are in that middle range, because it's a huge opportunity.
It is
a huge opportunity
to network. Period.
To network,
Man,
man.
Go ahead.
And Renee Hart actually emailed me and Krista, and the reason she wants to move a lot of it up this way because of that love. Because of how everybody was like so positive.
Yeah.
I mean, like a real email. She's like, I love Orlando comedy scene, how supportive. This is her words, how supportive you got with one another. I just love to see, even after the show, no hate. Everybody was posting about the winners. And for me, if you felt like you should have won, the person that won, watch your video and watch their video.
Amen.
And tell me if you really thought you were better than Preston Absar.
Yeah.
If you really thought your set was better than Preston and Absar, show me that proof. If you thought I say this about Luce. If you thought your set, Luce can't have murdered, bro. If you thought your set was better than Luce, show me your video proof. But we don't have to do that because like I said, I feel like everybody up here, when I made that post, I meant it. Genuinely really like each other. And we like each other's company. We like hanging out. We're putting each other on shows that we do. It's just a great vibe here in Orlando, man. And I hope it stay that way.
Amen.
There was that crew from Pensacola that came down, and they were getting ready to just leave. And we were like, where you going? Y'all gonna kick it? and they ended up hanging out with us drinking.
Yes.
And I could tell they didn't expect that. They were just going to get in the car, drive back that long ride.
No,
to
you don't got to do
Pensacola.
that. Yeah.
And we were like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you got to
Ew, I
drive
know
back
you,
with at least
Alabama,
one
but
crown
still.
in you.
Pretend you Florida tonight.
Hey, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Real Labs on Real Radio 104.1. Back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Labs on Real Radio 104.1. And for that, we thank you. But we got to remind you, if you are not following us on social media, come on, man. Stop what you're doing, because we about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. I need you to go to Instagram, Facebook, follow us. I need you to go on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, and share all of this hilarity so we can keep this thing going for another 8 years. I'm your host tonight, Mr. James John, joined in virtual studio, Mr. Ken Miller and Miguel Colon Jr. And much like the South, Ken said he got something to say.
Bro, hey man, I know. First of all, shout out to Popka PD. We've been having people knocking on the doors, running.
No.
They caught one of them. You know what I'm
they
saying?
did.
Like, they had a whole manhunt, bro. When we
did they go undercover?
Sunday night, bro. When I got home, I was out. Like Miguel said, 9:30, I'm in the bed after the show. Sean was still up working on some stuff. And she came and woke me up. She said, "Oh, it's like helicopters, it's like police everywhere." And they caught one of the kids. This is a group of kids been doing it, right? So last night, for Labor Day, y'all know we pre-record these shows. So Labor Day, I barbecue. Chris come over. We outside, and the cops are driving through the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Still, doing the patrol. And a Popka PD. I know y'all listen to the show, so listen to me. Why y'all don't take stuff from me when I offer it to you?
What happened?
I was like, hey man, thanks for patrolling the neighborhood. I barbecue today. Can I make you a plate? Nah, I'm good. I said, come on, my guys. He said, I can make call in to my other cats out there who on the streets and still there. I said, no, I want you. They ain't roaming in the neighborhood.
Hey, but it was a brother?
White dude.
Okay.
Hey, but the other time is another white dude who listens to our show. I think his name was Austin.
Okay.
He was in front of the house and says, hey, man, I know you got that night shift. You want a Red Bull or soda water? Nah, I'm good. Now I'm offended.
Really?
Because that's how I was a white lady with a pie, they'd take this apple pie.
Yeah, they would.
But they ain't taking one from me. I need to know why they don't want my ribs, bro.
That's how it starts. You're like, come on, man, take a little ribs. And you're like, hey, come on, I can get you a Red Bull. And then you're like, oh, this cash just fell out my wallet. Must be yours. Yeah. And then next thing you know, you got him. And you showed him the video. And you want to see you eat my ribs? Oh, no. You're like, yeah, man. Yeah, dog. You lose your whole career. You with me now. I'm going to take care of you. And then next thing you know, 5 years later, he's sitting in the patrol car training his new partner, and they eating ribs. And he's like, where'd you get them ribs from? He's like, yo, you ask a lot of questions. And he's like, no, I'm just trying to find out where you get the ribs from. He's like, nah, I like you. Oh, you was a Marine in Iraq? So was I. They become buddies. And then they at your house, and they eating all this chicken and ribs. And then his partner pulls a gun. Internal affairs. We were trying to lock Ken Miller on this rib case for 9 years. Don't do it, Billy. I trained you. I'm sorry, Kevin.
Hey, but all of a sudden there's a ring at the door. They open it. The kids did it, and they ran away.
Yeah.
Yeah, just ran. Shoot him in the leg. I'm tired of this ish.
Yo, for real, bro.
We are so
dog,
silly.
it was wild, man. Sean woke me up, and she was like, yeah, they're down the street. And then it was all on the neighborhood app. Them kids was all over Popka. Like, they were all over. Yeah, dude. And
how did they arrest them? What did they do?
So they've been ding dong ditching. They've been stealing stuff off people's porches. It's just everything. And finally, because like I was telling Chris last night, you gotta think you're gonna get tired of it after a minute. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Your doorbell going off. Somebody beating on your door, scaring the hell out of you. So people start calling the police and then reporting their ring cameras of these kids. And yeah, so finally somebody put in the neighborhood app, which, by the way, greatest app on the planet. Just want y'all to know.
Oh my God, bro!
If you ain't in the neighborhood, you ain't in the neighborhood app, you need to get your life together, bro.
Karen.com.
That's what it is.
That's what that is. I like to imagine that that Apopka PD found like some skinny young cop, and they put him undercover in like middle school, and he's like, "Hey guys, just a regular kid like you, dog. You got a Ranger tab tattoo on you." Like, yeah,
Hey,
I love to be cool.
Does anybody here know where I can buy marijuana? And I'm not a cop.
Yeah. Hey, they like, hey, dude, is that
at the dispensary, dog? Where my uncle
works on your arm?
Right?
Is that a brand? What are you doing?
Why are you wearing a badge? Like that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's weird.
Why you got them Air Maxes on?
Yeah.
Yo, wait a minute, dog. Your teeth fully developed.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
not right.
Fully developed. Oh, well, shout out to them, man. At least they
And
caught
then-
one.
shout
they
out to
caught the
them, man.
kid.
Real
But
talk,
you know
real talk.
that kid's gonna turn everybody in.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Bro, before they put the cuffs on him,
Oh,
he was
yeah?
yelling in the woods, Reggie, come out. They got us. They got us, Kevin. Darius, they got us, buddy. Come on. I'll go to their houses. I'll go get them. Shotgun.
Dog. Hey, I think I might be one of the original no snitching, bro. True story, man. I got caught shoplifting when I was a kid. I've told y'all this story. I got caught shoplifting at Kmart. I stole some batteries and candy bars. I don't even know why, bro.
The battery.
No, didn't need nothing, bro.
You stole things from the junk drawer.
Bro.
Chinese
Miguel.
menu, paperclip, batteries, and a candy bar.
Miguel,
and butterscotch.
when the dude took me to the back, he was like, what's up with the batteries? I was like, this is my first time.
Yeah.
Like, this is my
I'm trying to
first time,
plead
bro.
insanity.
Gotta work my way up, sir.
But my partner Kevin, what my best friend at the time as a kid, he took off running. And they was like, "What's your friend name?" I was like, "Man, I ain't know that dude." They're like, "You walked in together, never met him in my life."
Never met him. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that dude, bro. Nah, but hey, them kids from last night, they was what you say, Darius right there. He under the car.
Yeah.
You see his foot sticking out? Look at him.
Yeah. He probably at his mama's house. Let's swing by. He gonna go there eventually. I'll set the sting up, man.
Yeah.
Here, starts taking his shirt off. Wire me up.
Hey, he don't even. Hey, the wire's sticking out. He like, he ain't even trying to hide.
Kid, he holding a microphone. Hey,
Hey, Darius, real quick, man. I know we've been ding dong dishing. Yeah, but I was wondering if you knew anything about them Hillary emails.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
can y'all hear me?
Y'all hear me?
Y'all hear me? Darius like, hey man, why you talking to your chest? I heard it make my chest hair grow. A word? I can probably get you them emails. Y'all don't see it yet.
I was it. Bro, I can't believe you can get arrested for ding dong ditch. That's funny.
I bet you here's the thing. You can get arrested for anything, James. Can you get prosecuted for it? No.
True.
They're not gonna have this
True.
kid go to a family court trial for this, but
No.
they're gonna throw him some handcuffs and call his mom and dad, and real justice is gonna be served.
Ooh,
You know?
you're right about that. You're right.
Because that's what it's about. It's about their
Yep.
community policing.
Yes.
Policing. So this kid is not gonna get a court date. He's gonna get trespassed for the neighborhood if he doesn't live there,
Mhm.
you know, and then he's gonna get his parents to whoop his ass.
Yes,
But
he
there's
is.
not gonna be a trouble. Kaufman's not gonna be there and be like, Darius. He was knocking on the door because he was lost and frightened. He's a good boy. He's, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna lawyer up. There's not gonna be a DA who's sitting there like, I prosecuted a lot of murderers and pedophiles, but this ding dong ditcher, he needs a bullet in the junk. He's evil. He's evil.
Oh, Kaufman be like, all right. My closing argument. Let me put on the Tigger outfit. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. But seriously, like there's gonna be no more to this. But hopefully, in a world where people are good, this is enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mom and dad whooping your ass for it. And then here's the real deal, too. As Darius is sitting in the car, as mom and dad are just furious, dad's in the police station with mom and they're having some coffee, and the cops are like, yeah, he's an idiot. He ain't bad. He's just an idiot. And
Yeah,
then
he's
your
stupid.
parents are like cooled down a little bit because they know you're not going to prison.
Yeah.
But hopefully, because I'm going to tell you this much, none of these kids, even the ones stealing stuff from the porch, they're being bad kids. They don't have to be bad, though. They're just being bad. We did bad
Amen.
stuff.
We did
But
bad.
hopefully they got good parents. Yeah, hopefully they got good parents because the parents going to sit them down, whoop their ass, and then they're going to be afraid of peeing their parents off and having problems. And then, you know, this is the end of Ding Dong Ditch.
It's done.
You know, that's the end of Ding Dong Ditch. And
That's
that's how it would be.
That's just a funny word. Is that not a funny word? Ding dong.
Yeah, because it's not the real name of it.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do it on this show.
I don't even
We're not
know
gonna
what
do
it's
it on
called.
this show.
What is it called?
I'm not saying it, but all I
No.
know is
Good-
ding dong
good-
ditch
yeah.
sounds like a
Good
fun
try,
way to
man.
say a guy is transitioning into a girl. Like,
Yeah. He got the ding dong ditch. Oh my God, James, you just nailed it.
Yo,
Hey,
yo,
lecturer, I got the
hell.
ding dong ditch.
I'm going to
yeah.
hell.
I'm going to Thailand. How can I help you? Yeah, how much for a ding dong ditch? Oh, around the world. How
Yo,
much of the ding dong you want ditched?
God, I'm going to hell.
yo. Hey,
That's
but
hilarious.
I know the real name. I was hoping y'all slipped
No,
up. But what made the real name of it that name?
bro.
Who
That-
knows?
That's
Who
not.
knows?
Can I just
What,
say,
who
on
made what
behalf
was
of
that? Who made that
of the black
name?
delegation, I don't remember us just running up to people's front door, knocking and running. Like,
Ken, what were the suspects' colors in your case?
They were all white.
They were all white?
Mhm.
Look at that, appropriating. They're going to
All
walk.
of
bro,
They're going to walk,
man,
Ken.
they took black jobs,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I don't think, I can't imagine one race does this more than any race. It's a thing that boys do when they're dumb and young.
Dumb and young.
Maybe Korean kids do it the least. Maybe because they're just
Probably,
violin practice. They don't have time.
and piano.
But I don't understand how a racial like slur could be attached to this. You know,
At
when
all.
it's
Yeah.
knocking on the door and running.
Yeah.
Now, if it was knocking on the door and then somebody shooting you, then yeah, I would get that. 'Cause,
Bro.
yeah,
That's
But-
crazy. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
and I don't mean the person knocking on the door. I mean the person who answered the door,
that
shooting the person at
Yeah.
the door. Like, oh, they knocked. Huh.
Ugh.
You know?
It's called stand your ground knock. That's
Yeah. Oh my God, he knocked aggressively. I got one, Ginger.
Yeah,
I got one.
So crazy, man. We got a little bit over 2 minutes left. I want to definitely remind everybody this weekend, y'all need to go check out Josh Wolfe. He is absolutely hilarious. He's on the High on Life tour with his son, Jacob Wolfe, which is really cool to see a father and son duo actually perform. And y'all definitely got to listen to their podcast called Hey Man. Y'all got to listen to that, man. It's hilarious. I listen to it myself. Now, where you guys going to be this weekend, Miguel? Where you going to be performing, brother?
I'm not going to be performing anywhere this weekend, but next weekend I'm going to be at Champions Gate. That's going to be Friday, September 13th. I'll be performing at Champions Gate in Davenport. It's me and Sean Madden. It's going to be a really good show.
That's a great show,
put on
bro.
by a guy named Brick Sterner. Yeah, Brick I met him for the first time. That's a good dude. He's got a lot to say.
Yeah.
He's a good
Brick was
kid,
that far the funniest.
Right? Yeah, and he was dressed like a lighting guy. He had black shorts, black shirt, black boots. I said, Brick, you here to fix the lighting, or you here to watch the show?
Bro, he looks like an Aryan warrior, but he is so far from that. He's not that. Really but he looks like that. Yeah, but he's not that at all. Really great guy.
Right,
so
he will talk your ear off.
He will.
I tell him and Seref Nate got in a conversation, and I was like, it's an autism tornado.
Oh my God, Ken, where you gonna be this weekend, man?
Man, it's my wife's birthday, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So me and wife are gonna be hanging out, man, this weekend, getting our birthday thing on. Probably
shout out to LaShawn.
Try to do a little staycation.
Amen.
Do a little spa day, man, and then go out, eat dinner, something like that.
Is today Wednesday?
Yeah,
Thursday. Thursday for our listeners.
This Thursday for our listeners?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say if it was Wednesday, man, me and Ken just crushed the city versus city competition. Yeah, the versus.
Oh yeah, y'all are gonna do that. That's nice, man.
Hold up, wait. So this show we record right now is for Thursday.
For Thursday.
Oh, because it say Wednesday.
Yeah, I guess because they had a holiday.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Tuesday for Thursday, but sorry about that.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
I got nervous. I'm like, man, I ain't took the mushrooms yet.
Gotcha. This weekend.
I was like, what do you think, Dragon?
This weekend, I won't be performing anywhere because I am taking my baby to Halloween Horror Nights and do a little staycation too. We're going to stay out there at the resort, man. It's going to be a good time. As always, thank you guys for continuing to tell us you listen to us when we see you out in public. We love you guys for that. Be sure to follow us on social media. On behalf of myself, James John, Ken Miller, and Miguel Colon Jr., thank y'all for listening to Real Laughs. Ken, tell them people what to do.
Take your ass to bed. And shout out to APK Police, man.
Stop ringing my damn bell. We out.